Welcome to the third and last episode of the series Secrets of the Millionaire Minds. If you haven't watched the previous two, you're gonna find the link in the description below. Difference number 12. Rich people play the game of money to win. Poor people play the game of money for not to lose. In sports, the teams that play strictly on defense and without offense have serious issues winning. Unfortunately, most people play the game of money on defense, where their biggest concern is survival instead of wealth and abundance. Poor people just want to have money to pay the bills. The intention is something very important. When your intention is having enough money to pay the bills, guess what? That's exactly what you're gonna get, and nothing more. You should aim higher. You should shoot at the stars to at least hit the moon. Eker says, if comfortable is your goal, it is very likely that you never get rich. But if your goal is to get rich, you'll end up mighty comfortable. Difference number 13. Rich people make their money work for them. Poor people work for their money. The author says, I agree that you should work for your money, but for rich people, that situation is temporary. For poor people, that's forever. Rich people believe that for your money to start working for you, you should work hard first. They also know that the more your money works, the less you will have to work. The first goal must become financially free to make it possible. Eker defines financial intelligence in a simple way. Financial intelligence is the ability of living a lifestyle that you desire without having to work or rely on someone else to have money. And how is that possible? You will need a passive income. In other words, you become financially independent when your passive income covers your expenses. A lot of people are not able to distinguish between being rich and being financially free. They think that first you need to be rich to become financially free. But that's not true. Financial freedom comes first because that's the easiest and quickest thing to do. Let me ask you something. Is it easier to climb a staircase of 10 steps or 1,000 steps? Of course, it's easier to climb 10 steps, right? By using this analogy, we can say that becoming financially free is like climbing a staircase of 10 steps, and becoming rich is like climbing a staircase of 1,000 steps. First, try the easier goal and become financially free. After having your passive income and not having to work for someone else, you're gonna be able to use your free time to become rich. Eker says that in one of his seminars, one of his students realized that if she just rented her house and went to rent a cheaper house, the passive income from her house would be enough to cover all of her expenses and even save some money. That's exactly what she did. She rented her apartment, moved out to a cheaper place, and became financially free. And that's when she started building her business and becoming rich. First, focus on the 10-step staircase and creating a passive income enough to cover all your expenses. After that, you can think about the rest. There are two main sources of passive income. The first one is having money work for you. This includes earning money from financial instruments like stocks and pension funds. The second main source of passive income is having your business working for you. This includes generating continuous income from a business that doesn't require your presence to operate and make money. A good example of that is the real estate business. Difference number 14. Rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their paycheck. When it comes to money, a common question people ask is, how much do you earn? The question, what is your net worth, is never heard. A small group of people know that wealth is measured by net worth, not by paycheck. It has always been like this and always will. To find out your net worth, all you have to do is sum the value of everything you own. All the money you have, all the money invested, the value of your business if you have one, and also the value of your residence if it's yours, and then subtract everything you owe. The net worth is considered the ultimate measure of wealth because if necessary, everything you own can be turned into money. After calculating your income, draw a vertical line on a page, put a zero on the bottom of the page, and on top of it, put the value you intend to achieve. Let's say $1 million. After doing that, put your current net worth on this line and see how far you are from the desired amount. Once in a while, check this line and adjust it accordingly. Even if you're on zero now or even negative, I still recommend you do this exercise because what is recorded is improved. Difference number 15. Rich people act in spite of fear. Poor people let fear stop them. Throughout the book, the author talks about the manifestation formula. According to this formula, thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, and actions lead to results. For example, you think of a donut, and then it generates a desire of eating a donut, and then you stand up and go to the shop to buy a donut. If this process repeats itself constantly, you gain weight. Thoughts and feelings belong to your inner world. Being overweighted belongs to your outer world. The action is the link between your inner world and your outer world. If there's no action, your thoughts and feelings about being rich are useless. Most of the people read these kinds of books to become rich, but most of them don't take actions and don't apply what they've just learned. It is not about how many books you read. It is all about how many books you apply in real life. Reading but not taking action is like observing the picture of the girl you like on Facebook for the whole day instead of texting her. If action is so important to achieve success, then what stops us from taking those actions? Fear. Fear, doubt, and uncertainty are the most common barriers not only for success, but also for happiness. One of the main differences between rich people and poor people is that rich people are willing to act in spite of fear, in spite of doubt, in spite of discomfort. Poor people, on the other hand, let fear stop them. They don't want to feel uncomfortable. If you are willing to do only what is comfortable, life will be uncomfortable. But if you're willing to do what is uncomfortable, life will be mighty comfortable. Fear and discomfort should not stop you. Fear comes from your mind. Your mind is a fear detector and not success detector. As soon as you start doing something uncomfortable, your mind will show you dozens of situations to stop you. Our mind is the biggest horror script writer. To train and manage your mind is the most important skill that you can ever acquire. If you want to start having control of your mind, I recommend you the book named The Power of Now. Difference number 16. Rich people learn and grow constantly. Poor people think they already know it all. Eker says that the most dangerous words are, "I know this." The real question is, how do you know you already know something? Here's the answer. If you experience something, you know. Otherwise, you've read about it, you've heard about it, or you talk about it, but you don't know. Honestly, if you're not yet rich and happy, there are a lot of things you still have to learn. Money, success, and life. Consider this. If you're not yet successful the way you want to be, there's something you don't know. And if you're not rich, it means there are a lot of new things you still have to learn and apply. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. Difference number 17. Rich people admire other rich people. Poor people resent rich people and successful people. When I was at college, there was a very rich man, and whenever I saw him passing by driving his new Mercedes, I heard a lot of negative stories about his luxurious life. Whenever I asked around what was his business, no one could give me a precise answer, but almost everyone suggested he had a criminal business and he was bad. Few years down the line, I had a chance of talking to that person when I was working as an intern. That's when I found out that he spent most of his childhood in poverty, which is what actually motivated him to work hard and eventually become a CEO. After meeting the person and hearing the story of his life, I realized that poor people often see other people's success with resentment, envy, and jealousy. This one was the last one, and please comment down below which one was your favorite lesson. And if this video helped you in some shape or form, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.